Hello friends, welcome to Electronic Circuit Hub. So today we are going to understand about MOSFET gate current versus power dissipation simulation in LTspice. So we are going to understand what is the minimum gate current required, in order to dissipate the minimum power loss in the MOSFET. Okay, so this is agenda, this is the goal of today's simulation. So we had like to determine beyond which the gate driver current there is no further reduction in the power loss of MOSFET. So what is the minimum amount of gate current required to dissipate less power, less energy in the MOSFET, and we are going to simulate, because sometimes we are not worried about the gate current, and gate current is one of the critical parameter which you need to take into your consideration for designing any MOSFET based circuit. Okay, so let us first understand the circuit flow, then I'm going to show you what is the minimum gate current we require to dissipate the less power loss in the MOSFET. What if you don't use the required gate current? What if you don't use the required gate current? How much is the power dissipation, and what is the minimum gate current you require to dissipate the less energy in the MOSFET? So first let us understand the circuit. So this is one kind of MOSFET gate current versus power dissipation simulation. And what if you look at here at the input side, I have given the pulse voltage source, that is V1, and this I have used two diode D1 and diode D2, and this the purpose of these two diodes is the along with this voltage source and the diode, this becomes voltage source with bidirectional current limit. Okay, so it limits the current in both fashion. Okay, in positive direction, in negative direction. Okay, if I say the positive and negative direction, what do you mean by positive? Means it can limit the current when your MOSFET is sourcing the current. It can also limit the current when your MOSFET is sinking the current. So D1 and D2 along with the voltage source V1 I have used to sink the to limit the current in both direction, in source way and in the sink way. And this is 1 mega ohm resistor here, and then what I'm doing here is this is 2.2 R. This is the gate resistance, very low value gate resistance I have used. Then this is my MOSFET M1, and if you look at the drain side of the MOSFET, what I have done here is I have used one voltage source 15 volt, and then I have used the L1, that is the inductor, to simulate the inductive load. And then this is in parallel of with your inductor, you have 1 ohm resistance, and this is the freewheeling diode again. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is what is the let us plot the gate current versus power dissipation plot. Okay, very important to plot it, gate current versus power dissipation. So in order to do that, you have to go on view. We don't have anything in view, so what I can go on simulate v. Okay, you have to go on view, and then you have to click on spice log. Okay, spice log, click on spice log. So once you click on spice log, you see lots of things which are coming, and our area of interest is I want to calculate, I want to simulate the power dissipation versus gate current. Understand this, what I want to simulate here is the power dissipation versus the gate current, some kind of this simulation. And you have to right click on here, and now you have to click on plot dot step ed dot measurement dot measure and data. So once I click on this, you can see now my simulation is running. Okay, my simulation is running, and here still simulation is running. Let's wait for a couple of minutes to complete this. Now let us understand this simulation waveform and what is the behavior, what we can learn from this simulation. This is very important, what is learning from this simulation, and how you can understand this simulation waveform. So what you can see here is this is my power dissipation in y-axis. In y-axis, I have the power dissipation, while in x-axis, if you look at this downside, I have the current. So this is nothing but this is the gate current versus power dissipation. What is this? The power dissipation is on y-axis and gate current is on x-axis. And what you can see here is at this point of time, what is the current? This current is around zero point 0.1 ampere, that is 100 milliampere. So if your gate current is 100 milliampere, what is happening here? If your gate current is 100 milliampere, in your MOSFET you have the maximum power dissipation. Okay, you have the maximum power dissipation, but as soon as you keep on increasing the current, okay, so your current is now increasing in x-axis, your power dissipation is going down. So if I click somewhere here, my current is around 166 milliampere and the power dissipation is around 550 milliwatt. And if you keep on increasing the gate current, at some point of time, if you, let's say here at around 1 ampere, at some point of time you can see that there is no further reduction in your current. Okay, at some point of time around 1 ampere, there is no further reduction in your MOSFET power dissipation. Okay, so for this MOSFET to operate in the safe operating region, what you need to do is you have to apply minimum 1 ampere of gate current, 1 ampere of source current, and 1 ampere of the sink current. If you don't apply 1 ampere of source current, if you don't apply 1 ampere of sink current, what is going to happen? Your MOSFET will dissipate more heat. It's we can see in simulation it's 880 milliwatt. It will dissipate more heat, and there is a possibility that your MOSFET will go in the thermal runaway and your MOSFET also get damaged. Okay, so it is very important, guys. If you're driving, if you're designing any MOSFET with base circuit, it is very important that you have to properly apply, you have to properly source, and you have to properly sync the gate current of the MOSFET. That is how you can simulate your power dissipation of MOSFET versus gate current. And if you have to be very careful while designing the gate driver for MOSFET in order to source the minimum amount of the current what MOSFET gate needed. Okay, otherwise there is a possibility that your MOSFET will get damaged if you don't take care of this. So that is what I wanted to show you today. If you have any question, feel free to ask me in comment section. Thanks for watching this video.